You are now listening to the Hot
I think it
Take
definitely
Hot
met my
Box.
expectations.
That's a hell of a segue there, Ty. We have to talk about it. Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler has officially announced at the post-fight press conference. No fireworks, no hubbub, no real, big deal made about it. Just a piece of paper slid in front of Dana, acting like he doesn't know what's going on. There was other fights announced, but we'll talk about them in a second. But Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler, UFC 302, June 29th, 5 rounds. I think it's at 170, but no one ever really told us. Ty, I am so excited. I cannot wait. I've been waiting for the return of Conor for 3 years now. It has finally arrived. I think this is the perfect matchup for Conor, and again, I will stand by the fact that if he does lose this fight, he's just cooked. It is what it is. Time to move on. This is the perfect matchup for him. He should be able to take care of business against a guy of the build and just the fight style of Michael Chandler, especially if Chandler's not going to try and spam takedowns, which is not really his style. And even if he does, I don't think he'll have the immense amount of success that people think he will. But I'm so fired up to have him back. That's going to be another night where it's going to have that UFC 300 feel and excitement around it, where people are just fired up to just go watch that. You'll be talking about it for weeks. People will be like, "Yo, what are you doing for the Conor fight? What do you, And it'll be like you'll get that feeling again before that we had probably that you and I both felt before 300.
Yeah, and Joe Pyfer is going to be on that card as well, fighting Mr. Barry Holt. So that's going to be kind of a
Powerball.
Be a nice little grinder. Ray Saruya, I'm not sure who this gentleman is. He looks like he's a K-pop singer, but he's 9-0, 21 years old, a bunch of finishes. I guess he seems like a badass. He's going to be making his debut in this card against Carlos Hernandez, the prospect tester. Larson Gomez, she's back. Cub Swanson, God bless him and Andre Fili. First one who gets punched square is going to sleep. So we might get a double knockout there. They definitely have to stack that card. Well, they don't have to stack that card. You got Conor on it. That doesn't matter. However, I would like to see the main card. At least a nice co-main event, so I can look forward to back-to-back fights. Maybe they can do some action. Maybe Yuri can fight Jamal Hill on that card. Who knows?
Maybe they're already calling for that.
Right. So there's definitely some ways they can go. I'm excited. I think I've been on Chandler for a while, but man, Chandler's been knocked out 4 times. He's been knocked out early, as early as a minute by Pitbull. He's been knocked out late by guys like Will Brooks. Poirier finished him in the 3rd. Charles Oliveira, after he was on death's doorstep in the 1st, smoked him as soon as the 2nd round started. Yep. He's had an injury loss. He's had a couple split decision losses. He's kind of a mixed bag, and especially since he got to the UFC, I think he's 2-3. So obviously the guys he's fighting from the rip, Dan Hooker, Oliveira, Gaethje, Ferguson, Poirier, now Conor. I mean, it's a murderer's row. But he 37? I guess I think he's going to be 38 by the time the fight comes. I don't know. I think he's probably. I don't know what to expect from either guy. I mean, Chandler hasn't fought in a long time. It'll be a little bit less than 2 years, and obviously Conor's been off for a while. So I think I'm going to go Conor. I think I'm just going to go off vibes. I think Chandler's going to get smoked. He's going to get a big payday, and that's all he's going to care about. And I can't blame him, but
doesn't that kind of seem like it from the discussion or like Michael Chandler talking about I believed that this fight would happen. I never gave up on it and all. Like it seems like he's acting like he already won. So like he's just happy to get this payday and like he already won. Like it's not. He doesn't really care. Like I know he does care, but like it was just weird for me to hear him like on that. I think he did like an Instagram or a Twitter video that I saw, and he's just like, oh man, if you believe, you will achieve, sort of shit. And I'm like, dude, you didn't even fight yet. Like what are we talking about? The odds are like right down the middle right now. So I mean, I'm going to go Conor.
The fuck out.
Yeah. Well, Ty, I think if Conor's any bit of sharp at all, like if he's not completely cooked, then I think he wins this fight. That has been my thought process since the second that this was kind of discussed and talked about. So I don't see a way that this really goes anywhere else unless, like I said, he's just completely washed, has nothing left to give, and just gets rolled over, and the leg is just, he gets kicked in the leg once, and all of a sudden it's just he can barely move, and he's limping around. And if that's the case, but I don't think he would. I don't think he would take this fight. I don't think he would. I don't think I don't know. Because the UFC was really hesitant in getting this done for quite some time. I wonder what the real holdup was. I speculated that I thought it was contract related, and that they didn't want to have him go off the free agency or something like that. Seems like maybe he's done with the whole Roadhouse, the build up or the promotional tour surrounding that. Now it's time to focus on the fight. And I think we're a little bit over, a little bit under 3 months from 2.5 months until the fight. Very excited, Ty. Cannot wait.
Yeah, and Chandler said it is at 170 confirmed for the main event.
Nice.
He said they signed the contract a couple weeks ago. I wonder if he's on Ariel, I think, right now.
Oh, okay.
So who knows what Chandler's talking about? But I think he's kind of just holding out for this big payday. And yeah, again, good for him. I mean, he's had a crazy career, and he came to the UFC late. And you love seeing him fight. I think Chandler might get put out early.
Yeah,
and then so we won't really even know how Conor really is. If the fight gets extended, but I don't even think it matters. I mean, the place is going to just absolutely erupt. Conor lands a just short left that puts Chandler down, and then he hits him with a couple hammer fists. Good night. I think I'm going to put that prediction right now. I don't think there's really much more I need. I mean, I kind of know how these guys are going to look. There's no question if either one comes in or under or overweight. I think that's not a problem. I think they're both going to look yoked out of their mind, right? No more USADA. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm here for it, dude. Let's go.
You are now listening to the Hot Take Hot Box.